Imagine living your entire life without ever seeing your own face. Not once. You don't know if your smile is warm or unsettling. You don't know if your eyes look kind or empty. Every reaction you get, every compliment, every stare, is based on a face you have never confirmed exists. You are the only person on Earth who has never seen you, and the only thing separating you from the truth was never invented. The world would feel normal at first. Bathrooms would still exist, sinks, showers, toothbrushes, but above every sink, there would be nothing. No mirror waiting for you in the morning. No last-second check before you leave the house. No quiet moment of self-inspection. You would brush your hair blindly, adjust your clothes based on memory, shave by touch, apply makeup by instinct. You would step outside, hoping you look acceptable. But you would never really know. There would be no selfies, no gym mirror progress photos, no checking if something is stuck in your teeth before a meeting. Every social interaction would carry a silent question. What do they see when they look at me? Without mirrors, your sense of self would begin to fracture. Right now, you know what you look like. Or at least, you think you do. You've studied your reflection for years, adjusted it, criticized it, compared it to others, but in a world without mirrors, your appearance would exist only in other people's eyes. Your confidence would depend entirely on their reactions. If someone calls you attractive, you have to believe them. If someone laughs at you, you can't check why. There would be no way to confirm whether you are beautiful, average, or forgettable. Beauty standards might still exist, but they would feel more mysterious, more powerful, because you would never see where you stand. Some people might feel freer. No obsessive mirror checking, no overanalyzing every flaw. But others might feel trapped. Imagine not knowing if your face looks angry when you're calm, or if your nervousness shows more than you think. You would rely on descriptions. You have kind eyes. You look tired today. You don't look good. Those words would become your only mirror, and words can distort. Without mirrors, entire industries would collapse. The beauty industry would exist, but blindly. Makeup would be applied by memory. Haircuts judged only after other people react. Fashion chosen not by reflection, but by faith. Modeling might never become what it is today. Because how do you market perfection when no one can study their own flaws? Selfies would never exist. Social media would look completely different. No front cameras, no retakes, no endless attempts to capture the right angle. Validation would come only from others. Not from likes on a photo you carefully examined, but from real-time reactions you cannot control. Actors would never rehearse their expressions. Public speakers would never study their posture. Politicians would never refine their smile in private. Charisma would become instinctive, uncalculated, and maybe ego would shrink. Because mirrors don't just show appearance, they feed obsession. Without reflections, would vanity decrease? Or would insecurity grow stronger? Because uncertainty is far more powerful than flaws. Mirrors did more than help us fix our hair. They changed human self-awareness. Humans are one of the few species on Earth that can recognize themselves in a reflection. It's called the Mirror Self-Recognition Test. And passing it marks a major cognitive milestone. Without mirrors, would we have ever reached that level of awareness? For most of human history, reflections were rare. Distorted in water, blurry in polished metal. Clear glass mirrors didn't become common until just a few centuries ago, which means for thousands of years, most humans had only a vague idea of what they looked like. But once mirrors became widespread, something shifted. We began observing ourselves constantly, adjusting ourselves, critiquing ourselves, constructing an identity based not just on who we are, but how we appear. Maybe mirrors didn't just show us our faces, maybe they created them. Before reflection, your identity lived only in the minds of others. But once mirrors appeared, we could watch ourselves the way strangers do. We began correcting, refining, controlling, not just our appearance, but our expressions, our posture, our reactions. We learned how to look confident, how to look attractive, how to look powerful, and slowly, we stopped asking who we are and started asking how we look. But in a world without mirrors, you would never overanalyze your smile. You would never memorize your flaws. You would never stand inches away from yourself, searching for imperfections. You would exist only in the moment, unrehearsed, unedited, terrifying, but honest. So maybe the real question isn't what the world would look like without mirrors. Maybe the real question is, who would you be if you never had to see yourself at all?